Hello everyone, this is Daman Sharma and we are Thought Lab. We are going to talk about an amazing topic today in a smart and funny way.
Hi, so I'm Gurpreet Kaur. Today we are going to talk about something serious and controversial, that is the attachment therapy, especially the EVERGREEN model.
So we will break it for you, what it is, who created it, what problem they faced and what method they used. So my name is Jagjeevan Singh and joining me as,
Hi, I'm Imran.
Hi, I'm Praveen.
let's get started.
Hi, Gurpreet. How are you doing today?
I'm not good because I'm confused. My professor gave me the task on the attachment therapy and it's really confusing for me. So can you help me in this?
Yeah, sure. I'll try to help you with this.
Thank you.
So basically, attachment plays a very important role in child's development. It helps them feel safe and build relationships. But actually, this attachment therapy actually doesn't work for everyone.
And also it has like certain drawbacks, as like it uses some force and physical activities try to fix like the kids, but it is not supported by the science because has like some physical activities.
Oh, thank you. I'm confusing these two parts. Thank you so much. I really
Welcome.
appreciate. Yeah, thank you.
So now we're gonna talk about who created it.
Yeah, Jagjeevan, that's true. We're gonna talk about the people behind this therapy. So there was a guy named Foster Klein in Colorado. He was a psychotherapist.
Yeah, he believed that
Yeah.
children with trauma need a strong bond with their new parents, right?
Yep, that's the thing. He had a main psychology center as well. So it's like all the main therapies he did during that time in Colorado was in his main center. The name of the center was Attachment Center at Evergreen. Yeah,
Did they really think there has any positive impact of this?
it had a lot of positive impact on the people through this therapy. But it's like they all ignored the facts, the criticism, the warning signs of this therapy. Yeah.
Okay. I have a question.
What is it?
What do they believe in this therapy?
Evergreen model is like kind of a therapy that some people believe that they could help children who have been through abuse and being neglected or being abandoned, or they have been gone through some like traumas, so that this model will help them and to achieve like to be a better person, and they can help them to be supportive and like trust and have bond with them. So this is what this model is all about. So yeah.
How they try to do it?
Or they force like by using eye contact or yelling or shouting, or some sessions including like physical resistance and like holding child. So their idea was to like break child's will. So this was what they truly believe that could help them.
So I have one more question from you.
Yeah.
Like, what experts believe in this therapy?
So like the experts believe like children heal best through love, trust and like safety. They need gentle care and not yelling or physical touch. Bonding helps them, and I'll also say like emotional security, that's what makes children happy, and I think that's what makes them more secure. And therapy must be consulted, and I think these are all the things which will help them to be better.
So I have one more main questions, which I know my professor gonna be asking for me. So that was the Evergreen model make the biggest mistake?
So the biggest mistake that the Evergreen model made was like they thought like forcing the kid would help them, but it just made it worse. Like it doesn't help them. Like by all they need is love and support. Giving them again force and shouting and them makes them more traumatic, and that's not a good thing.
So in Evergreen model of attachment therapy, how did they treat the kids? What's the drawback of it and how they heal them?
The way the children were treated in this therapy was not just usual. It wasn't focused on safety and comfortness of the children. However, it focused on the emotionless and fear. The one of the major policies that it was based was rebirthing, in which a child was wrapped in a blanket and it was forced to get it out of it without like no support, and the person like the child was physically restrained and they had to get out of it without any support. and they had to face all the physical violence. This policy was based on fear, and the child was forced to have a scenario like he is having a birth again. And this rebirthing policy meant that a child was just having to be know that he is having a rebirth, and it should help him to bond with his new parents. But instead, there were a lot of drawbacks related to it. It doesn't mean like that the child was having a rebirth, but he was going through all the physical pain and emotions that he had gone through already once in his or her life. So it was like they were forced to cry, and this therapy was just so much focused on fear and obeyness that the children were forced to obey the therapists. But I don't think so it would have helped them. These sessions, when a child was going under this, like the therapist was often yelling at the child, so the major thing was that the children were being yelled at. They were forced with the physical activities, and thus it made them cry, and they were left with no option, like they just had to cry.
Now we're gonna talk about John Bowlby, who is psychoanalyst and psychologist, who make attachment theory in 1950s. He believed that children born with natural needs, that he want love, care from their parents. If they don't want a proper and a careful life, they will become a mentally stressed and depressed person. And if the parents are good, if the parents are know how to treat their children, how to grow them, then their children have a healthy future and a bright life. The main area of John Bowlby is that a children needs a love, care, and a proper education by their parents. And there's also research happened in 1970 and 1980s. Some theories in US created what they called attachment theory. However, or we can also say it like attachment therapy. However, some of these methods became very harsh, and they believed that children needed to release, because if a children got a trauma in their childhood, right? So if he grow up, then that trauma is always in their mind. He will not do anything with confidence, because a proper care and a proper love make a child a bright person. If he don't get a proper growth or proper treatment from their parents, they will never grow, because they have that type of mindset that he will not do anything in their life.
So why it became so controversial?
Controversial, talking about controversial. Okay. So it's like there were a lot of models in this practice. They used to do a lot of things with the kids. I'm going to talk about holding therapy, where they just grab the kid, put it in a room with a practitioner or a kind of like a therapist, so they can process their emotions to the parents. The practitioners told like this will help them to create a bond with their parents over time. But think about a child like who had through a lot of traumas.
Okay.
Still, like they are going through a new practice which is called holding practice, right? So in this practice they will get a lot of suffering and stress. How will it impact them, right?
Yeah.
Other practice was like rebirthing children. Like in that practice they usually just kind of hold them, wrap them to create kind of a womb,
Yeah.
right? So they told them to come out of that womb. You can imagine that, right?
Yeah, that's definitely the physical restraint.
Yeah, so they were like, if they come out of the womb, like by like pushing themselves out of the womb, so they will get the emotions like they are rebirthing,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of things. So basically, that was the most reason why it became so
So
controversial.
that was the idea, basically, to make them feel like they're just entering into the new phase of their life.
Yeah, like the parents, they are getting to know,
Okay.
like they are adopted, right?
Yeah.
So they are going to know a lot of new people. Basically they want to create a new bond with their parents,
Yes.
who the kids like who got adopted, basically. So it's like these practices were violent,
Yeah.
you can say. Yeah, now you can talk about the rebirthing practice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was strange but deadly as well.
So recently I just read a news about a girl that was like just I guess murdered or something using this theory.
You're talking about 2010.
10,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so there was this girl
Hmm.
in 2010. She was 10 years old, like,
Okay.
and she was going through this therapy. I
Hmm.
told you about rebirth therapy.
Yeah.
She got suffocated
Hmm.
through, and she was dead. You know about it, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, that was bad.
I guess
Like
her
they just banned it in some states in New York,
Hmm.
United States. In some
Okay.
states, they banned it, therapy.
So basically she was put into an artificial womb like.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was like wrapped,
Mhm.
and then she got suffocated. You know, like you gotta come out with pressure, right?
Yeah.
She was little enough, like she hadn't had this much of energy and muscle
Hmm.
to get out of that womb.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how.
So-
And still, like after that incident,
Hmm.
the American Psychological Association,
Yeah.
like they banned this by saying it's unethical.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It's unethical
Yeah,
because a child can just die in this suffocated
Yeah.
practice.
it's kind of like that.
Why this problem is happening?
There's no proof that this method works. In fact, researchers show that it can make children's mental health worse, forcing children to like receive their trauma, control them physically can cause like more fear, more distance, long-term emotional damage, and that's all.
Attachment therapy is misused by some people who make this. Is that real?
Yeah, it's true that the attachment therapy is misused by some people. In psychology, the idea of attachment therapy is means the bond between the child and the caregiver.
Okay.
It's like a real bond we have from our parents. So the strong, healthy bond help a child to feel safe, comfort, like we feel from our parents.
Yeah.
So when a child are adopted by their from another people, so they also have to feel the same like this. For example, when baby cry, we can hug gently and ask some like we give them praise like it's okay, like the same want they want from their adopter, the parents who adopt them. So that's how trust connect with each other.
So do you know that instead of comforting a child, what's this theory used?
The people who work on this theory, they change the concept of the theory. They force they add something instead of giving the caring to the child, they add like force, control, and even a scary experience. So they believe that making children cry or feel strong emotion would fix them. Like they just fix that if child cry, you don't have to give them a sport. We just fix it, like if child cry, then you just go there and give some little bit comfort. Like the real, they want that like a real parents, but they not become like the real parents. So they make this therapy like for giving the real bond to their children, but it doesn't work like that. So children are you like to live away from their parents, they not create the bond like the real parents. So this therapy become a disaster for our children, and the children become emotionally unstrong. Yeah, that's the thing. This therapy are going in another
And they also get started that there is no the real parents, and if the real parents have, they don't behave like them like this, right?
yeah, that's the same
The
thing.
negative thinking is coming in the children.
Yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Stevendeep Singh and now I am going to conclude everything. So in our presentation we talked about attachment therapy. Actually what it is, who made it and what they believed. The people who started with this therapy thought that some children, especially adopted kids and the childs with like the hard childhood, needed the strong and unusual ways to connect with their new parents. So but the methods they used, like holding therapy and rebirthing, were very forceful and scary. They were not calm or caring. In some cases, children were held down, tried to cry, or made to fight way out of blankets. So these ways were not safe. They are dangerous. So the saddest example was Canada's Newmaker, a 10-year-old girl who died during one of these therapy sessions. Her story showed that how harmful this therapy can be. Even now, some people say attachment therapy helped their children, but these stories are not proof. uh, and also, like, they are not based on real science. There are no good studies and shows like the therapies work better than safer. So now mental health experts say this therapy is unethical, which means it goes against what is right. Instead of helping children, it can hurt them even more. So now this therapy didn't understand what real attachment means. So now healthy attachment is about like feeling safe, being loved, having someone who listens and like cares also. So next, attachment therapy used like control and fear instead of love and trust. This is the opposite of the what children really need. So like next, there is a question. So what should we learn from this? Like, just because something is called therapy doesn't mean that it is safe or it's not safe. Like, we should also check if a treatment is based on real science. And most importantly, like, no child should ever be hurt in name of healing. And the best way to help child is through like kindness, patience and safe proven methods also. Let's always choose care, not control. That may be really help, like not harm. So thanks for listening.
Who created it?
Yeah, that's. I will decorate.
Was physically restrained and they had to,
Okay, कर दे कोई नहीं दोबारा बोल.
like, he is having a birth again. Fully.
With each other. बस इतना की होया वे तो.
बोल कोई नहीं.
नहीं okay.
He had a main psychology center as well. He was assessment therapy in Evergreen. यार सर में कलर अरे चला सर क्यों assessment attachment.
So I just read
Let's get started.
ठीक है गुड
Had become cold, unloving, and it ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਹ ਚੜਨ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ, ਹੱਥ ਪੈਰ ਕੰਬਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ, ਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਬੋਲਣਾ
ਰੱਖ ਲਓ ਵਿੱਚ